Hello, everyone. We have very important astrological question here. Would there be global, worldwide, third world war? To answer that, we need to look at the horoscopes, at the two previous global mundane wars, the First World War and the Second World War, and to see statistically what was the situation on the sky. So I will share in a moment my screen with you to show you the two horoscopes of World War I, which started in 1914, and World War II, which started in 1939. I found the official birth charts of the two events, and of course we know the birth chart of the event of these war actions, which started now on the 24th of February 2022. So just to remind you how the energies evolved for us now. First of all, you remember I was telling you that very important hostility event will be caused by the first heliacal cycle of Mars, meaning first appearance of Mars, who was hidden in the rays of the sun. He appeared for the first time in December in Scorpio, meaning he promised hostile events to the world. In addition, before that we had Mars, who rise heliacally for the first time. It was October 2019 in Virgo, and he promised events which had health connotation. Now let's see, another factors are which promise hostilities of the contemporary era are that the main one is that we are in mini era of Aries, because the world entered Dodecatemoria of Aries, which promises what it promises, and this happened in somewhere in the summer of 2014 with specific event. I will not go that far because I think I made 2 videos on this explaining the change of the cycles for the humanity. I'm sure that you can find this video. Now, let's look at the other factors, and I will share my screen with you to show you the charts of World War I and World War II. So I'm showing you the two world wars. 1939, when the Second World War started, and 1914, when the First World War started. Of course, for such global events, we certainly need to look at the trans-Saturnine planets, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto in particular. Now, when we look at 1914, this is the horoscope of the First World War, we see that Pluto entered Gemini in degrees very important for that time, very, very important. And this is exactly the point of the spring solstice. It means really very important event is happening. And in conjunction with Saturn, who was in the vicinity of Betelgeuse star, which has very martial qualities. So you see the most global, important for the humanity, and very scorpionic, as you know. Pluto rules the depth, the secret, the atomic bomb, the war, the netherworld, the hidden, the secret, the mystery, magic, if you want. Pluto is together with Saturn, and Saturn certainly will be the country, the contemporary order, the governments. And Saturn, I will tell you, is very powerful in Gemini. One only ancient author mentioned Saturn to be like exalted in Gemini. So you see, this is the situation, Saturn, Pluto. Of course, I looked at the eras and the first appearances of Mars, which we have now, Mars in Scorpio. In both cases, we do not have direct link of the appearance of Mars to the wars for some reason, because in 1939, the first appearance of Mars was in Virgo, like what we had with the beginning of the disease situation. And in 1913, as far as I remember, the appearance of Mars was, I think, also somewhere there, not directly related to war. It was not martial, typically enhanced martial situation. So this is very important. You will also notice that for some reason, Mercury participates always to ensure media lies, to ensure, because when Mercury is with Pluto and Saturn, typical situation of deception, deceit. So most wars are based on huge deception. That is for sure. So this is one very important thing. So yes, you see Saturn-Pluto conjunction. This is not a conjunction which is happening every day, once in 30 years or so, or longer. And then you have Mercury. And the lunar nodes are also in very interesting situation. Again, here Rahu is showing that people gain what? Well, spirituality, but and consciousness growth, of course, in a very sad way. And if you look at World War II, we have very similar situation. We will have here square. Look, Saturn is fallen with Ketu, meaning this war was even more dramatic than the World War I. Saturn with Ketu, that squared to exact degree by Pluto, who is very strong in Cancer. This is his own triplicity. You see Saturn, Ketu, squaring, and again Mercury. Deception, media lies, war is supported. We don't know exactly the truth behind the war actions, the war schedule, the war reasons. Of course, with open senses, you will reach the war reasons, but we do not see what is happening on the battlefield because it's all major lie. You see, again, Mercury, Pluto, major deception. Like now we have the same situation. I will tell you in a second. So we have Saturn squaring Pluto, opposition Mars. You see, very, very, very heavy T-square, even across with the lunar nodes. The Second World War was most probably, I don't know, probably was even heavier and with more victims than the First World War. But anyhow, both are due to the important aspects between the two malefic, Saturn and Pluto. And when you add Mars, it is enough to speak of a war. When we look, so this is about World War I, World War II. Let's look at the situation of now. In 2022, 24th of February, this military action started. Again, I told you the position of Mercury is talking about serious media manipulation, like very much. We have in Capricorn Saturn, extremely powerful in his own house, in his own kingdom, but invisible. These are actions taking place definitely behind the scenes. These war actions are not even a little bit alike, not really resembling the war situations of year 2014, 1914 to 1918, and then 1939 to 1944, 45. No, we do not have resemblance. Now, I will remind you, the appearance of Mars in Scorpio can promise military hostility actions through the cycle of Mars for the next 15 months. And we look at Mars, he's with Venus, playing with people's emotions too much. One of the reasons behind the actions of hostility. But then when we look at the aspects between Saturn, Pluto, and even Mars, these aspects do not resemble the aspects of the previous two wars, because Saturn is in the 24th degrees of Capricorn, Pluto is in the very first degree, third degree of Capricorn. They are in the same sign. They do promise enormous control, manipulation, hostility, because Mercury is again there to promise media lies, fake media coverage, enormous controlled media, because Mercury is with Saturn, just between Pluto and Saturn. This is war of the media, I can tell you. You have Pluto, Saturn, which basically keep Mercury as a hostage, like that. And this is very, very strong. It shows completely manipulated media. Nothing what you hear from the mainstream media is true. With this particular configuration, I'm telling you, this is not possible. In addition, you have Mars and Venus together in conjunction. This conjunction is very, what to tell you, very strong and works on people's emotions. But this picture reminds us of hostilities throughout the 15-month cycle of Mars. Hostilities, but I hope this does not grow into Third World War, and probably will not, because Saturn and Pluto are not exactly together. They were together 1 year ago. Luckily, nothing happened. And there we had other situation, I don't want to remind you. But now also we have square with Uranus. So the situation is heavy, but it's not like Third World War, hopefully. Let's really think of better development. In addition, how things may develop. I will tell you, right now we are in condition of Kawasarpa Yoga. The Indian people know this means that all planets are blocked on one side of the zodiac. Yes, you will say the moon breaks it, the moon broke it, but not completely. So this means that we are stuck. The situation is stuck. In addition, this is what is keeping things not to develop in the right direction. In addition, Jupiter is my hope, the peacemaker, the peace giver, the wise, boy, master, who appears heliacally for the first time very soon. This will be for some areas of the world maybe earlier, but in general around first week of April. And also on the 14th of April, Jupiter enters sidereal Pisces, which is very, very, very good, very promising. And being that strong, he will start giving help. And I hope things to have better development. The thing is that the situation resembles the First and the Second World War, but it's a bit softer because the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto is not there, and because Mars is not making any very heavy aspect at that stage. So I think it might not grow into major war, but hostilities may continue through the cycle of Mars, like I told you, the next 1 year or so. But certainly, for some reason, it won't be that extreme, sinister, like what we had with the lockdowns. And it can't be, because I told you, Mars appeared in Virgo to promise health scam situation. Then he appears in Scorpio to promise hostilities, but amazing knowledge too. Again, gaining knowledge like no way, like the chance would be for us unique. It will be, the truth will be released. We will see things which we never saw before. It's an amazing chance, for us. So this is one thing. Then I also see relief of this Kawasarpa Yoga. I'll tell you. Yes, it is until 22nd of April, approximately, end of April. So you see, we have two factors which will help. One is that all planets will not be blocked on one side, and this ends on 22nd of April. Secondly, we have Jupiter moving into Pisces, and his first appearance will be first week of April in Aquarius, meaning he should start already bringing peace. He's the peacemaker, no one else. Really no one else. So my hopes are that we are not going to major third world war, but we will also not be seeing a lot of peace in the year 2022. Well, it depends on which one of us. I'm not telling you, oh, remain positive. This is a new age speech. Not at all. I'm telling you, find balance, see, research, see, do not allow to be deceived, because the war is ruled by, created, ruled by the media lies. And right now, this is very strong. I'm telling you, research own alternative sources. Don't allow to be lied to. It is we who allow this. No, like if somebody comes and tells you a lie, it is you who believe it or not, right? So it is entirely in our hands to be very very wise, very balanced, not just positive. I am not really, when we are too positive, then we miss the point. We have to be very wise, very alert, and very much seeking the truth. So don't be worried, don't be afraid. Believe in yourself and in the creator, and actually practically we will be, well, we will be safe. All the best and see you very soon.